Thank you to EA for giving me this opportunity and for sponsoring this video. Crypto has been out for quite some time. His kit and playstyle has evolved, meaning the possibilities are endless when it comes to mastering this legend in which even the algorithm cannot predict. Join myself and the other crypto mains as we find out what it truly means to be off the grid. New in season 16, his recon class perk allows him to scan the survey beacons to find enemies throughout the map, similar to his map room. But be careful and time your scans, as you want to know the last location of nearby enemies before pushing them, and each scan can be used once per POI that contains the beacon. When in drone view, an important tip is to check the banners around the map to find the amount of squads in the area. The range is calculated from crypto and has a radius of 200 meters, which is roughly the size of your minimap. You can use this information to determine how to approach fights, and once you've finished, check for nearby third parties that may have heard you. As you're initiating a fight, you'd want to throw your drone at a 35-degree angle. This ensures that you utilize the drone's scan radius of 30 meters and its detection radius of 240 degrees. Tap your tactical to send your drone 23 meters forward. In theory, this creates a distance of visibility to anticipate enemies like Bloodhound does. And just like a mirage decoy, it gives enemies a split-second decision whether to shoot the drone, which allows you to push and deal the initial damage, or let them prepare for the push as they are continuously scanned. With a cooldown of 40 seconds, it's important to keep your drone healthy. You can do so by recalling your drone when you see its health bar going down. Enemies and their traps, doors, supply bins and loot ticks are all highlighted by the drone. In addition to this, you can pick up fallen teammates' banners and instantly revive them. The ultimate can be activated in or out of the drone. You should push after an EMP as enemies are stunned for a few seconds, running away or healing, leaving them vulnerable. An EMP without an aggressive push is essentially a waste of an ultimate. You can stun and deal 50 damage to yourself and enemies and slow everyone caught in the area of effect. The damage also stacks up your Evo shield, giving you free damage. EMP also directly affects 14 out of the 23 legends such as Gibraltar's Bubble, Caustic Traps, Watson Fences and Pylon, Catalysts, Ferrofluid and more. Your tactical, the surveillance drone, is the jack of all trades, master of none. It can provide so much intel to your game and more. Holding your tactical button will launch the drone by 4 meters, which you would then be able to enter drone view. Throw it on the floor or by cover, as you want to prevent your drone from being shot down, which is a very important tip to note, as I see a few crypto players throwing it in the air thinking it's the only way to go. You can also protect yourself by using those few seconds of going into drone by sliding into cover. To add to this, utilize the buildings and environments for cover. This improves your scan and EMP potential and reduces the chance of the drone being destroyed. Information such as minimap, ring timer, how many squads left, kills and damage, lobby kill feed, health bar and shield and ult percentage are displayed in your drone user interface. You are able to ping within your drone or use your ping wheel to provide information to your teammates. This is very beneficial if you do not use voice chat. When in drone view, you can open doors, supply bins and care packages. You can also open vaults if you have the vault key in your inventory. If you've used up ammo in the mag, going into drone view reloads your weapons for you, but it takes the same time as it would if you did it manually. This is great for providing quick intel by going into your drone first when the team is pushing, and once you get out of drone view you'll be able to shoot your weapons. You can recall your drone back, or you can go out the drone's 240 meter range, which will automatically come back to you. Be careful not to recall the drone when you're reviving teammates or using charge towers, as it interrupts the process. You may notice a green circle on your reticle. Within 17 meters the reticle will highlight bright green, meaning that when you deploy the drone it will rotate itself facing away from the wall. This is great for covering blind spots or creating a CCTV like scenario, which the drone will watch certain angles. In addition to the benefits, you can create a distraction by placing the drone on the wall, giving you free scans and creating pressure on the enemy team. You can place the drone in bushes and trees, although some trees may block vision or pathway, stopping you from going through them, like in Broken Moon. It's a great way to have free scans and also makes the drone harder to be seen and shot down. You can also place the drone to see through windows to scan enemies, although some windows block the scan. Think of the drone as your fourth reliable teammate, watching your back and notifying you when needed. If your drone detects enemies or is destroyed, you can make the call to disengage, rotate elsewhere, or look to fight the oncoming team. A technique to distract enemies for a split second would be to fly your drone high in the air, but still be able to utilize its 30 meter scan radius to force them to look into the sky to destroy a small pixelated drone. This will allow you to push up freely, giving you first contact of the fight. You can also use this distraction created from the gun noise to attract nearby enemies. You can leave your drone outside the ring to scan for unsuspecting teams, as the drone sound is masked by the ring audio and the orange aura blends in with the ring. This tip is more useful in ranked, but use your drone to scout for unoccupied spaces for your team to push to. This can give you the advantage for being in a good spot for zone or for pinching teams. When looking to climb up the ranks, bring your drone up when approaching fights to earn free assists. However, do not stay in drone for too long and grief your teammates. A balance of drone usage and fighting abilities are needed to rank up properly. Look for unopened bins and open them in drone to earn 5 crafting materials, giving you the ability to craft what you need instead of having to run around the area. One of the most dangerous ultimates in the game, the EMP deals 100 to active caustic traps and destroys inactive barrels, 100 to Octane's jump pad and removes the amp section of Rampart's walls and disables stationary Sheila for around 20 seconds. It also deals 100 damage to both parts of Newcastle's mobile shields and permanently disables the electricity on his ultimate. It also cancels Valcult if she has shield. EMP also destroys Loba's Black Market, Seer's Exhibit, Mirage Decoys and Lifeline's healing drone. Coordinating EMPs with your teammates that use a movement legend ability such as Octane's Pad, Horizon Q, Wraith Portal or Pathfinder Zips can catch enemies off guard as they are healing or running away, making escapes impossible with this combination. Try to exit your drone a few seconds before your EMP detonates. That gives you those crucial moments to catch enemies awaiting their doom. The reliance on having to pick up fallen teammate banners with your drone aren't as important anymore, since support players are able to craft their banners back. But still remember your drone's 200 meter range to take your time and create a safe distance between your enemies to pick up the banners. You can also help create that safe distance by EMPing enemies as you grab the banner, lowering their sensitivity, making it hard for them to track and shoot the drone. As Crypto has lost the ability to scan the next ring, you can somewhat determine the next zone by looking at the enemies that are crowded together. This also means you might be able to third party if you're fast enough, or look for fights that are more isolated from everyone else, stopping you from being third partied as well. Unfortunately, Crypto has no movement abilities. It's important to learn movement techniques and memorize building layouts to advantage for quick and easy escapes. Carry at least one ultimate accelerant which removes roughly a minute of your cooldown. This prepares for unexpected fights in which you don't have your ultimate already, and you can use one after the fight to prepare for the next one. It is also very useful to craft or carry a mobile beacon. You can res teammates in a safe spot instantly, especially if your support legend teammates craft the banner back. Some cryptos have a tendency of hitting themselves with their EMP, so it's useful to wear gold armor to heal yourself quickly. If there are any enemies in the vicinity, you may need to self EMP. If you've taken any shield damage, self EMP remotely and immediately pop any shield or use armor swaps in death boxes or floor loot to pounce on your enemies quicker. There's always much to learn when playing as Crypto, but the important tip you can take away from this video is to not stay in your drone for long periods of time. The only excuse would be if your team is holding down an area or building, you can use your drone to scout the area. Ensure you keep drone usage to a minimum, especially when you're moving around the map, so you can stay with your team. For myself, I like to keep moving and using the few seconds of my time to check the banners and beacon, or tapping my tactical to launch the drone for oncoming enemies. That's it for this video. It's been a pleasure creating this tips and tricks video, and again, thank you EA for sponsoring this video.